Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Super Gaming Minute, the channel dedicated to all things Nintendo and gaming. 25 years ago, my life changed. I was always an outcast as a kid, a little strange and reserved, recently going through a huge loss in my family life, depressed and not sure where to turn. It's a very hard situation for a 9-year-old to be in. Until Christmas of 1996 when my grandmother gifted me Pokemon Red version. To say that I was into Pokemon as a kid is a true understatement. Yes, I know every child in the 90s was into Pokemon, but not like me. I had the cards, the games, the clothes, I had everything. I even fantasized about myself trekking across the country, looking for different types of bugs and animals to fill my homemade Pokedex with. I had a backpack filled with things that I needed for my trip. I even bought a tent for my adventure. My weekends were filled with Pokemon gaming. On my recesses, I would be in the computer lab playing a pirated version of Pokemon Yellow. No, calm down. I had a physical version too. Now, I'd love to bore you with my love for the franchise, but I figure I would spare you my life story and just get right into things. Now, I thought since the 25th year of Pokemon is upon us, I would do 3 new 10 Things You Didn't Know videos, just as I did with Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda. Now, if you'd like to see those videos, click on the card at the top right and check them out. Also, don't forget to like this video if you appreciate these 10 Things You Didn't Know videos, share it with someone who loves talking Pokemon, and of course, subscribe to SGM for more content like this. And without further ado, here are 10 things you didn't know about Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. What's the absolute worst, most useless Pokemon move available in the first generation of games? Probably Splash, right? Well, yes, but at least that was meant to be that way. When you use Splash for the first time, the text literally tells you that you basically wasted your turn. There was another move though that sort of lied to players. Unintentionally, of course, but still. Focus Energy, a move that is still being used in Pokemon games even today, is meant to be used in order to increase your chances of landing a critical hit, which if used properly can be a great move, when it works. For the first generation of games, it didn't work. Due to a glitch in the game, the move virtually eliminated the chance of landing a critical hit. So if you're still playing the first gen games and your friend or even an NPC uses Focus Energy, you can thank them for wasting their turn and go right back to annihilating them. A lot of you might already know this, but it's too good of a story to leave out of this list. One myth that seemed to pop up after the success of Pokemon Red and Green, and then Red and Blue in the West, was the tale behind the numerous child suicides taking place in 1996. There are several different takes on the story, but they all seem to stem from the musical theme of Lavender Town, containing harmful frequencies that specifically targeted children, which seemed to drive these children to take their own lives. While the story is fictitious, it definitely didn't feel that way when I was a child, which only added to the mystery and creepiness of exploring Pokemon Tower as a child. When it comes to capturing Pokemon, no other game made rare Pokemon feel more rare than the original games. 1 area for a chance to catch a Clefairy, and 1 out of 100 attempts and you might snag a Dratini on your fishing line. And what about all of the Safari Zone Pokemon? None of the rarest Pokemon in that area can be found anywhere else other than the Safari Zone. Pokemon like Kangaskhan, Tauros, Chansey, or Pinsir. Unless you want to pay out the ass at the gaming corner for Scyther or one of the other aforementioned Pokemon. Not to mention that when you come across one of these rare Safari Zone Pokemon, you can't battle to weaken them, and they seem to run away even when throwing Pokemon food at them. These Pokemon take practice and patience in order to catch them. Well, I'm here to tell you how you can stop wasting your time, energy, and money with the Safari Zone and catch these Pokemon within the game with no chance of them running away and allowing you to battle them. By utilizing the fly technique and exploiting a glitch in the game, when flying within the Safari Zone to the edge of Cinnabar Island, swimming up and down the coastline, you can encounter Safari Zone Pokemon. Now, this glitch is only usable in the Red and Blue versions of the game and was fixed in Pokemon Yellow, but we're not talking about Pokemon Yellow in this video. Who could have guessed that after 25 years, Pokemon would become the world's largest media franchise, with a net worth of about $95 billion. Not Nintendo, that's for sure, considering they initially rejected Pokemon multiple times before Shigeru Miyamoto finally took interest. When Game Freak wanted to start development, they required funding, and thus the team started working on smaller Nintendo projects to obtain the funding needed to start on the first Pokemon video games. Everyone knows that the original Pokemon games had 151 original Pokemon included within the two versions. But did you know that there was supposed to be 190? 39 of them were later added to Pokemon Gold and Silver, including Elekid, Scizor, Donphan, Heracross, and Tyranitar, to name a few. Along with the 39 leftovers, the Pokemon team created 66 new Pokemon in order to create the second generation of Pokemon. Fuchsia City, Cinnabar Island, Cerulean City. Going through the Kanto region, it becomes clear that each city was named after a color, with Palette Town representing all the colors on an artist's palette. Sort of ironic since Pokemon debuted on a colorless platform. Once the Game Boy Color was released, the development team went back and added the color to each of the city's namesake. Fuchsia City was colored Fuchsia, Lavender Town was colored Lavender, and so on and so forth. No, the title is not a Team Rocket reference. In the Pewter City Museum of Science, there is an attraction featuring a space shuttle. In red and blue, the plaque accompanying the space shuttle model reads Space Shuttle Columbia. However, in the Generation 3 remakes, the plaque just reads Space Shuttle. This is reportedly due to the fact that in February of 2003, the real Space Shuttle Columbia disintegrated upon re-entry during its 28th mission, killing all 7 crew members. The reference to Space Shuttle Columbia was kept in the Japanese versions of the Generation 3 games. When it comes to gaming glitches, none have been more documented than the various found within the first generation of Pokemon games. One of the most popular glitches in the game is Missingno. The name was displayed as such in lieu of missing number, due to the fact that programming only allowed the player and developers use a total of 10 characters for each Pokemon's name. The glitch Pokemon has had a number of rumors around it, including that it was originally a deleted Pokemon and that catching it would damage your cartridge, scramble your sprites, or erase your data. Missingno was such a popular glitch, the Pokemon was compelled to make an official statement about it, calling it a programming quirk and not a real part of the game. When Pokemon first hit the store shelves back in the mid-1990s, every kid was aware of the original 150 Pokemon, and that's how many there was always supposed to be. However, as the game became more and more popular, the playgrounds exploded with rumors of a 151st Pokemon named Mew. As it turned out, Mew was real, although Nintendo themselves weren't aware of it. One of the developers for Game Freak added the code for Mew during the debugging phase as a prank, and decided not to tell anyone as this would have delayed the release date of the games. As it turned out, these rumors had a very positive effect on the sales of the games. So much so that Game Freak would embrace the 151st Pokemon and hold a legendary Pokemon offer, which gave 20 contest winners the data for Mew, thus confirming and making Mew canon. The original Japanese versions of the game that was released in 1996 were Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green. So why did they change the version color to blue in the West? Well, in Japan, Game Freak released Pokemon Red and Green as mentioned earlier. Later, Game Freak would release Pokemon Blue in Japan as a subtle update, just as how the franchise has been doing so with Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Platinum, etc. The Japanese Blue version had enhanced graphics, game engine, and a modified script. When Pokemon was localized for Western audiences, it made sense to use the script from Pokemon Blue while retaining the wild Pokemon and in-game exclusive Pokemon lists from Red and Green. As to why they decided to release them as Red and Blue instead of Red and Green in the West, most likely to signify that they were in fact the updated versions of the Japanese game. Alright guys, and that is it. That is my list of 10 things you didn't know about Pokemon Red and Blue. Are there any facts on this list that you didn't know? Or is there something that I overlooked that should have made it onto this list? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also guys, if you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you enjoy Nintendo related content. Also, don't forget to share this video with a friend who is a Pokemon fan and loves talking about all things Gen 1. Thank you guys so much again. I appreciate you watching the video, and as always, keep on gaming.